right, hey guys, it's Christian here. I thought I'd do a little podcast update here. We haven't done one in a while. Found some time here on a Saturday. It is Saturday, January 12th, 2019, and we are on the August 20th, 2046 league date. Just want to go over a couple things with you guys. Have a couple minutes here on a quick podcast. Hopefully you could listen to this when you get a chance. And just fill you guys in with some things going on and that you might have missed and that you might not have missed. So bear with me. One is the state of the league right now, the balance of power. If the season ended today, 7 of the 8 playoff teams from last year would not make the playoffs. That's unheard of. We've never had more than, 4 or 5 not repeat. So getting into the postseason feels pretty hard in this league. And once you crack it, usually you stay there for a couple seasons. Why is this? I think, well, number one, not to diminish our great GM's off-season savvy moves, but obviously the restructuring and the voted on and agreed upon realignment is obviously affecting the current balance of power and new balance of power. We have teams like Kansas City and Rochester and one more, I believe. Can't think about it right now. Were in last place last year. So to go worst to first is hard enough in this league. I think we've only had 25 worst to first in seasons in 42 seasons of history. So that's less than one a year. So I think 3 of them are going to happen this year or looking that way. So obviously the realignment is affecting things, and some of the teams that are struggling to even get to 500 were division winners last year or heavy contenders. So that's one thing I noticed that everybody else has probably have noticed by now. And number 2 is the league finances in this league. And Bill's done a great job. I think we have one of the best, if not the best, financial system of any league out there. And it's you pay and you play, you pay. So that means if you're winning and paying these good players, it's going to catch up to you within 2 or 3 seasons. You're going to have to make some financial decisions to keep your team core as it is. In this league, you have to plan short-term and long-term to have any kind of success. And you have to draft well and develop decently. And you have to keep these players. You have to wrap them up before they start getting their eyes for bigger contracts and getting out of their arbitration years and getting into that first contract. So it's very important, as you guys all know. It's the most important thing in this league is keeping hold of your finances short and long term. You have to pay attention of how much money you're going to make this year, how much you made last year, and what it looks like this year, and what your payroll is. We all have a limitation of $25 million in team cash and reserve. So say your team makes $130 million and your payroll is $142 million. Well, that $12 million you lost that you have to pay in payroll comes out of your team cash. Once that is extinguished, you're going to go in the red. And remember, we have the salary, the salary luxury tax of, I believe it's 115% and 50%. So that means 115% of what the average payroll is in the league. You get taxed 50% of that. So it's a pretty strict and no bullshit luxury tax that we all have to face. And that's it on that, guys. So you got to pay attention to the league finances in this league. We got a good system. It prevents any dynasties, and it makes everybody, more importantly, it makes everybody think and strategically plan of keeping their teams together or assembling teams. So props to Bill on that. We've been in this for a long time now with this system, and it works. And it's definitely working for what it was designed to do. All right, with that, I want to talk to you guys about, we have an idea flow in, and I presented it in the Slack room. Some guys are more vocal and have more time to get in the Slack room during the day and after the work day, and some don't. But we have a very active league. Everybody exports and pays attention to what's going on to their team and everybody else's team in the league. 3 or 4 sims is by a handful of guys is all they miss for exports. So we've always been strong that way, and we've got a good group of guys that seem to be in it for the long term. We have a bunch of guys that have been in it for a very long time and a very long term, or have returned. So we've got a very stable majority of guys, or super majority of guys, that aren't going anywhere and that have been here a long time. So obviously something's going right, and everybody likes the way it's going. Can we improve the competition in this league? It's a very competitive league. Can we improve that, or improve the morale or the moxie or the activity or the incentive? As a commissioner, and I'm sure as all you guys think, that's what you want best for your league. So this has been brought to me, and hear me out here for 90 seconds and I'll shut up. But if we employ a prize package to playing in the league, or a lotto, or some kind of payoff, will it help this league become even better? Now that's up to you guys to decide. We do this, we talk about it, we present it to all you guys, and then we talk about it some more, and then if it's creating an activity, or if there's a balanced debate about it, we go to vote. It's always been that way, it always will be. It's what this league was founded on. Everybody's equal, there's no favoritism or cliques. Everybody's got an equal voice, and we want to hear everybody's voice in this league, myself included. So if you want to make a podcast with your opinions on this subject or anything else and distribute to the league, feel free. Here's my outlook, is that if everybody can pitch in $10, okay, it takes 3 months, 2.5 to 3 months for us to go through a real lifetime to go through a sim season. So we're looking at 4 seasons a year. Seems like more, but that's all we get through, guys, is 4 seasons in a calendar year. So if everybody pitches in $10 a season, that's $40 a year, or $10 every 3 months. And we could give the majority of that money to the winner, whoever the champion is, as a reward system. We could give 5% or $50 of that money to the GM of the year. We can give a little bit of that money to who makes the best improvement on their team's record, or the first 2 or 3 improvements. We give that a little bit of the money, a percentage of it, to awards winners, or rookie of the year, or whatever we can come up with and agree upon. I think it'd be kind of cool, kind of a incentive and competitive incentive. Now, it's been brought up to me, and they're valid points from Brandon and Troy and some other guys on there, and Jeff and such, that it's not viable to employ that type of reward system in the current state right now, because some teams are behind the 8 ball, rebuilding, or on the decline, etc. That's all points well taken. And I just think that we can come to some kind of agreement. Some guys can't afford the $10 or $20. That's points well taken too. So maybe we could do it as a voluntary, what's the word I'm looking for? Voluntary way of doing it, see how it works out. So those who could pitch in $10 can pitch in $10. If it's half the league, that's $120 or something, $100 payoff or whatever. If it's the full league at 24 GMs, it's $240. At 24 GMs times $20 a season, that's $480. I don't know. I don't care about the money. I'm not about that. I'm just trying to bring some spice and present it to you guys. It's It's not my agenda. I'm not pushing it on anybody. I'm just bringing it out there. If you guys like it and we can make it work, that's great. And we'll give it a shot. If you guys don't like it and it doesn't even get to a vote and it's trash, then that's fine. Well, that's fine as well. We have always done things like this, and we've said yes to a lot of things and we've said no to a lot of things. So that's up to you guys. Free agent compensation, everybody loved it for a while, for 20-something seasons, and then everybody got a bad taste in their mouth, and we changed that. And obviously, the importance of drafting better as a league into the second and third rounds, that was more important than getting free agent compensation. We tried it. It fulfilled its purpose, and now it's time to move on. So that's the way we do things, and we'll look at this too. Okay, so it's up to you guys. If you guys get a couple minutes, pop on the Slack room and read in the votes and discussions hashtag what's been going on. I'll try to send out a email, explaining what's going on for the guys that aren't on Slack as much, and we'll take it from there. Okay, this league is what it's always been founded and always will be. It's about recreation, have a little bit of fun, getting away from the wife and kids for a couple minutes a week, and looking in on things and taking care of our teams and looking at league issues and such. Another thing is the email bug. Here's the update on that, on the game email. Usually after a sim, I send out the league emails from the game. Everybody doesn't get those sometimes, and sometimes some people got them and others didn't. Now, I don't even receive them. For a while, I did. So I've been contacting OOTP and their troubleshooters. We've tried troubleshooting it with several different servers and different email addresses. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these guys, of their games not working for the money we paid. I put enough time and try to find enough time to run a sim and do all the corresponding and updating. It takes an hour, 2 hours a sim to do by the time I get back to it and get done with it. The last thing I need to do is doing all these emails and troubleshooting back and forth with these guys in Germany if they didn't make a good product and clean up all the bugs before they wanted more money for another version. So if somebody wants to help me, expedite things and hurry things up with the email bug, help me out. Step up and tell me you'll help with the corresponding and stuff. Otherwise, we'll have to work with my agenda and my schedule to be doing all this shit with these guys. I just want to have fun just like you guys. I want to push a button, play some baseball, have some fun, and push another button. I push enough buttons every week. And just want to have fun too, All right, man, that's about it. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys had a good holiday season. It was my birthday Thursday, and after the day after my birthday, that night I got really sick and was throwing up worse than I ever did since I was a kid, for like all night and all day yesterday. So that was no alcohol was even involved. So I got some kind of stomach bug that I'm just getting over today. So I'm a little bit under the weather still. And that's it, guys. So hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for listening and hearing me blabber on here. And please pipe in with this if you guys want to do it, if you don't want to do it, if you have any ideas to make it work, or if it's not going to work with the league. We're not going to start another league, a pay-to-play league. I just don't have the time, the wherewithal, or the effort for that. So if somebody else wants to, using our GMs, they feel free. I don't know if I could even participate in that because this league takes up enough of my time as it is. All right, that's about it. Thanks for hearing me out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Anybody that wants to do a rebut or their own podcast, feel free. And when I get some more time, I'll do it as well. I'll talk to you guys soon. Go Browns.